Hi, welcome to RxMuscle.com. I'm your host, Lauer, and with us today is IFBB Pro William the Breadman Sullivan. William, Billy, the Breadman, welcome to the show.
Sir, thank you for having me.
So you have a great workout lined up for us today. You're going to be doing chest and abs, I believe.
Correct, yep.
And you were mentioning that you'd like to sometimes superset like that to maximize your workout?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, as I get 2 weeks out from a show, I superset everything, keep the intensity levels high. That way I keep burning the right amount of calories that I need to keep myself sweating, keep myself busy, hit it hard, and get out. Most
All right.
definitely.
Well, you're looking good, so we're not going to hold you out here any longer. Let's get inside and get that workout in.
No, I've been just watching a lot of videos lately, and people, get bored of watching the same old routines. I want to show everybody, what the last week of prep really takes, really what's going in there. So people know exactly what we're doing. They're not getting bored from the same old workouts. They're actually hearing the real philosophies of what goes into a pro prep.
So what really goes into that pro prep, Billy?
Well, with the workout aspect wise of it, it just comes down to more of keeping your intensity levels high, sharpening up the muscles. At this point, body fat is already so low. It's very important to take it slow and be smart about all the movements that you're doing. So I definitely stick to dumbbells and things that I can really control. I'll go at it with a lighter weight and make sure that I'm really putting a contraction onto the muscle, because as we know, when you get on that stage, posing is all about contracting and having your breathing down right, engaging your abs. And you'll see that when I'm doing my movements, I am engaging my abs while having my breathing controlled and doing my contraction movement. And then when I transition over right back to abs, I'm still doing the same thing. So with supersetting, you'll see me do the twist, and then I'll go into doing a crunch and pushing the dumbbell upwards, which I call champagne. So I'm still doing abs and pushing the dumbbell up, doing the champagne, concentrating on the upper chest.
Well, you mentioned too that it takes a lot of energy and focus when you're flexing and posing on stage, and people don't realize that, and it's good to practice that in your movements during your lift.
Yeah, I mean, everything with me is a mind-body connection. I mean, you have to have that. You have to be comfortable with that. So many people don't practice this enough, and that's what happens when they get on stage. They freeze, or when they stand next to somebody that's, very dominant. They freeze up. They freeze up there too. It's trial and error. All we do is learn.
So you started the workout with a fly movement and a sit-up, a variation of sit-up. What are you moving into next here, Billy?
We're going right into the cable crossovers for the lower chest, concentrating and bringing your chest right into a nice peak, sharp contraction, making sure you're hitting every angle, and concentrating, bring all the striations out, having a nice squeeze, because when I get into my posing, I like to hold my chest real tight, and the most important part is that lower, having that nice and sharp and hard and rounded, well-rounded. So when you're hitting those poses, it's just standing upright and looking great.
And then you transition from one right into the next, I see.
Always keeping the intensity levels high. Going right into the hanging leg lifts. These are the most important. I mean, these hit the overall abs. You can slow it down, hit every angle. I think with abs, the most important part is your lower. That's always the last to come in. So you really want to concentrate on them. Really want to make sure that they're out and contracted and looking good.
Well, and that is one of the areas that's difficult to get, and it comes down to eating clean, and then if you want them to pop a little bit more, then hitting those abdominal movements like you're doing here.
In between sets, what I always like to do is get some posing in. It's very important. I do usually about 30 minutes a day, but as I get closer to a show, with all the fatigue and things setting in from the workouts, I like to keep posing that way, because on stage, your muscles will get really fatigued. Then you'll just get used to the whole thing all in one. Just gonna pull the shirt.
And with that last series out of the way, it was time to move into another series. And what do we have on deck this time, Billy?
We went right into the Peck deck. And same thing with this, we're chiseling the chest back up, staying concentrated.
Ooh, chiseling the chest.
But as you can see, it's popping out, just the way I want to. I mean, I can slow it down and really concentrate on it, making sure I'm getting that full contraction out of it. That's the main thing, pumping as much blood into the muscle as possible. And with going at a speed like this and doing this type of movement, I can do that and concentrate on that and get exactly what I want.
And then as soon as you get done with that first set, you transition over into some more medicine ball, but Swiss ball or exercise ball work, which is a great way to capitalize on that blood flow on the front side of the body there. And how many sets and reps are you doing for each of these?
Well, I'm doing 4 sets and about 15 reps for each movement.
And then typically when you're doing your workouts, how many times would you hit abs in a given week?
At this point, I hit them every day. I don't hit weighted abs anymore. At this point, my abs are already so tight from doing weighted abs, from being, starting 12 weeks out. My lower back starts to pull. So once I feel that, I already know that my abs are to a point that they're very tight. So I just go to just body movements, keeping them still working, keeping them contracted. As you see, my movements are slower. Like I said, concentrating on my abs, so when I'm on stage, they are engaged.
And speaking of engaging the abs, people don't realize or don't think about it. When you're doing the push-up, that's actually a nice isometric contraction in the abs. And here in the next series, you've coupled that with a plank.
Correct.
To really get that isometric work.
Yep. And when you see me doing the push-up too, when I push up and I push out, I'm pulling my abs in. So it's a concentrated movement, and then going right into the planks, which I have to watch also because that does play into your lower back. So no weights on the back or anything like that, just holding a contraction for probably about 20 to 30 seconds and going right back up, supersetting into the push-up, and holding the abs tight all the time. That's the most important part.
And I want to reiterate your point too of practicing posing during your workout. Not obviously in the middle of a set, but between sets.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. Being on stage, posing is very fatiguing, and people have to realize that. You want to make sure that you're getting all your posing in, and in between sets, you're gonna get everything you need out of that.
Excellent. Well, good job there at the gym today, and let's just keep it up. Let's take it to the stage at the Grand Prix.
And here we go.
All right, Billy, awesome workout. So you had some good chest pumping exercises there, working on the abs. Now you're just a couple days out. Typically you wouldn't go into workouts this close, but you're sacrificing your body for our viewers. We appreciate that.
Most definitely. They're the most important. I want to let them see what the life and the lifestyle is of what we go through and what we do. Even 2 days out from the show, it's very different. Everybody trains differently getting close to a show. Most of the time, 3 days out, I just hang out, chill, let myself dry out, my watering, my foods and things like that. But the people are important, so I want to show you guys what it takes to be a pro.
Excellent. Well, Billy, thanks so much for taking the time. And before we get run over by a dump truck here, we're going to go ahead and cut you loose. So thanks for watching. Make sure you tune back in for some more videos.